She's one of the most iconic figures in history, a queen who allied with powerful men and defied empires. But how much of what we know about Cleopatra is fact and how much is legend? Today we're diving into the myths surrounding Cleopatra and exploring how these stories have shaped the world's perception of Egypt's last pharaoh. Cleopatra's name is synonymous with beauty, power, and seduction. For centuries, stories have portrayed her as a cunning ruler, a lover, and a brilliant strategist. But behind the tales lies a complex woman whose true story is often overshadowed by legend. Let's separate fact from fiction and reveal how Cleopatra's myths have influenced modern perceptions. One of the most enduring myths about Cleopatra is her unparalleled beauty. While ancient accounts and popular culture often describe her as incredibly captivating, historians suggest her allure wasn't solely about her appearance. Ancient historian Plutarch noted that her charm came as much from her intelligence and charisma as from her looks. Coins from her time show her with features that may not align with later beauty standards. The myth of Cleopatra's beauty endures, but her true power lay in her intellect and charisma. Cleopatra is often portrayed as a seductress who used her charms to manipulate Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. However, these relationships were likely strategic alliances aimed at securing Egypt's independence by aligning with powerful Roman figures who could protect her kingdom. Roman historians like Cassius Dio and Plutarch depicted her as a temptress, partly to justify Rome's eventual conquest of Egypt. This portrayal overshadowed her political skills and strategic thinking, leaving the seductress image we often see today. Cleopatra's life has been romanticized as one of immense luxury, with stories of her hosting lavish banquets and sailing in golden ships. While Egypt was indeed a prosperous nation under her rule, Roman accounts often exaggerated her wealth and lifestyle to paint her as a decadent ruler who symbolized Eastern excess. This portrayal was used to justify Rome's annexation of Egypt by casting her as a foreign, indulgent Oriental threat. Cleopatra's wealth was real, but its depiction was often exaggerated to contrast with Roman values. Cleopatra's love story with Mark Antony and their eventual downfall is one of history's great tragedies, romanticized by playwrights like William Shakespeare. In reality, Cleopatra's choices were calculated and political. Her suicide, along with Antony's, has been interpreted as a strategic decision to avoid humiliation by Octavian, later Augustus, who sought to parade her as a captured enemy. While the tragic romance is a compelling story, Cleopatra's decisions in her final days reflected her pragmatic and political mind, rather than pure romance. Cleopatra is often considered the quintessential Egyptian ruler, but she was actually of Macedonian Greek descent. As a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, she inherited the throne as a foreigner in an Egyptian land. However, she made significant efforts to connect with Egyptian culture, becoming one of the few Ptolemaic rulers to learn the Egyptian language and portray herself as the goddess Isis. This cultural adaptability earned her loyalty and respect among Egyptians, but modern portrayals often ignore her Greek heritage, painting her as purely Egyptian. The myths surrounding Cleopatra have had a lasting impact on modern media. The 1963 film Cleopatra, starring Elizabeth Taylor, reinforced her image as a beautiful, opulent queen focused on romance. Recent portrayals, like in the HBO series Rome, have given her a more political edge but still lean into her allure and strategic influence. Cleopatra has inspired countless books, plays, and films, each adaptation shaped by the values of its time and emphasizing her femininity, intelligence, and political acumen. These portrayals continue to captivate audiences, blending myth and reality. Recent scholarship has uncovered a more complex image of Cleopatra as a multilingual ruler and astute politician. Historians like Stacy Schiff, author of Cleopatra: A Life, highlight her intelligence and diplomatic skills, challenging the Roman propaganda that cast her merely as a temptress. These studies reveal a woman who was far more than just a seductress. She was a formidable leader whose legacy was distorted by her conquerors. Schiff's research in particular has been invaluable in helping clarify the historical complexities of Cleopatra's life, offering a nuanced view that separates myth from reality. Cleopatra's legacy is a blend of myth, legend, and history. She was more than just a seductive queen. She was a skilled strategist, a cultural icon, and a ruler who resisted Rome until the end. The myths surrounding her have shaped modern perceptions, creating an image that's part reality, part fantasy. As we peel back these stories, we begin to see Cleopatra not as the exotic temptress, but as a powerful, intelligent leader whose true legacy is as complex as it is compelling. What do you think about Cleopatra's legacy? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more explorations into history's most fascinating figures.